Hi, Mark here. Wednesday, January the 28th, 10 a.m. Eastern. That's 3 p.m. GMT. US session well underway and into the latter part of the European session. Let's have a look how the US dollar is performing this morning. Certainly fighting back after yesterday's very strong sell-off. I've got support at 95.69. I've got resistance at 96.21. We'll see whether buyers can continue this fight back, get above the intraday resistance of 96.19. Bear in mind at 2:15 Eastern, we do have the Fed interest rate decision expected that the rate will remain unchanged at 3.75, but I think more relevant to the market might just be Fed Chairman Powell's accompanying statement, which I have no doubt will move the market, so be sure to watch for that. US dollar, as I say, uh, certainly gapped higher to open and maintaining so far, showing a little bit of strength, but we'll wait to see through the US session if it can get anywhere close to recouping part of yesterday's loss. Let's have a look at the majors, starting on the euro against the US. Very strong day. We saw a high yesterday of over $1.20. US dollar fighting back today, gap lower to start and maintaining its fight back at this point. I've got resistance at 120.25. We've got support at 119.51. We'll see whether US buyers can maintain, if this red candlestick can continue further, or if we get a return back to dollar weakness, buyers of euro step in and look back up at the resistance level. But certainly US dollar fighting its way back for now. Let's have a look at the pound against the US. Similar pattern to yesterday, very strong run by the pound, buying pound, selling US dollar, weak US dollar yesterday against the pound, all the way up to $1.3865, gap lower to start, and US dollars added to that slightly. I've got support at 137.64. I've got resistance at 138.32. Again, let's see if US dollar can continue this fight back, if there's demand for US, or if we return to dollar weakness, pound buyers step in and look up at the 138.22 resistance level. US dollar against the yen. Also a gap higher by the US after yesterday's low at 152 yen, gapped up to start today at 152.47. I've got a resistance of 153.08. Buyers will want to get back to that 153 or higher on the way back to attempting to recoup yesterday's losses. Continuation of dollar weakness will see sellers looking down at the 152 level. US dollar against the Canadian. Bank of Canada interest rate decision about 20 minutes ago. Rates were kept on hold as expected, but you can see that US dollar weakness continuing against the Canadian, not able to fight back against the strong Canadian this morning. I've got resistance at 136.13 and support at 135.55. Close price now pretty much in line with yesterday's close. Buyers of US will look to recoup as much of the losses as they can from yesterday, looking up at this above 136, 136.13 resistance and see how much can be recouped. If US dollar is not able to fight back and we see a continuation of Canadian strength, sellers will be looking below or to at least get back to the 135.35 support or lower. So US dollar fighting its way back today. We're seeing it on the index. We're seeing it against the majors, except for the Canadian at this point, although slightly up on gapped higher to start, came down again, But as you can see, but only a little bit of a red candlestick left. So US dollar is looking to get above this 136 level for now. Good trading.